Hello, everyone. My name is Spencer Simons, and this is Individual Liberties from the Module 5 discussion. The question that was posed was, does the government have the right to regulate gambling, prostitution, drug use, helmetless motorcycle riding, and purchase and consumption of alcohol on Sundays? The answer to that is very simply no. But we are left wondering, are victimless crimes truly victimless? What justification does the state have to limit those actions? And can they effectively regulate morality? Mill disagrees. The only purpose for which power can be rightfully exercised over any member of a civilized community against his will is to prevent harm to others. His own good, either physical or moral, is not a sufficient warrant. However, we are in polar opposite of that, with our state having an allow me to protect you from yourself mentality. They know what's best for you and your development without ever having met you. Seems awfully omnipotent to me. When regulating what a person does and shouldn't do, not just like in the legality sense, like killing people and the basic rights and wrongs of living together in a civilized fashion, but when you regulate morality, you start ending up in an Orwellian turn. Like whenever the government says, "Hey, we know what's best for your life," even though we have no clue about your life, it's just wrong. And our morality changes over time. It's not constant in the least. It's just like any other subject that can be studied. Examples are equal rights, women's suffrage, desegregation, things of that nature. And evidence of morality changing makes these look really silly. Like reefer madness and the fear-mongering propaganda that it was just is really hollow at this point because of what we now know and how we've applied that. Some states have got it legal for recreation and women's suffrage as well. This is absurd that anyone can find an argument against women voting. But they're saying that here that fathers are going to have to do what was seen as women's duties and wash babies, and women get to sit around, smoke cigars, play cards, and eat chocolates. A utilitarian viewpoint to it is allowing everyone to do what they wish without hurting anyone else. There's no other outcome of that than the sum happiness, the total happiness of the entire population being increased. Jeremy Bentham outlined the problem when the people don't agree is that it is their duty to obey only when it is in their interest. If I don't agree with the law, I'm probably just not going to abide by it as long as I can hide that. Like the failed war on drugs. Is it 90 something percent of our population has tried marijuana at one point or another, and it's been illegal since the 30s. So it obviously has worked oh so well. So if the people don't agree, then whose agenda is really being served here? John Stuart Mill says, if all mankind, minus one, were of one opinion, and only one person were of the contrary opinion, mankind would be no more justified in silencing that one person than he would be justified in silencing mankind. It's the tyranny of the majority explained here. Well, what agenda does gambling, drinking on Sundays, and prostitution sound like? To me, it sounds like Old Testament Christianity, as well as Judaism and Islam, most of them based off of the same 5 books. And those that choose to follow these religions, they don't need legal recourse for those actions because they believe that it'll directly affect their afterlife. So those of us who don't abide by them, why should we be liable? What does that have to do with us? Whenever we don't believe in heaven or hell, it does not represent the entire population. The atrocity that is helmetless motorcycling. This is nothing more than the state needing revenue, creating a way to make themselves look utilitarian when they're not at all. Police being able to write more tickets, get more funding for all those weapons that they need. Absolutely unnecessary crusade for politicians to show false concern for the public. Nothing looks better than a congressman standing over someone's casket saying that it will be his personal mission to stop anyone from ever riding a motorcycle without a helmet ever again. The inevitable outcomes of these is that America now has the largest population of inmates of any other country in the world. It's according to the ACLU. Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. No other civilization can stop it. Why are we different? The DEA spends billions of tax dollars annually, and this use and these transgressions only continue to be on the uptick. What should be done? Stop the madness. Let people do as they wish. Those that are irresponsible are not an accurate representation of the entire population. They will continue to be irresponsible. If you walk up to a junkie and say, "Hey, did you know that heroin is illegal?" They're not going to rip the belt off their arm, throw the needle onto the ground, and run away in fear thinking that the police are after them. They know what they're doing is illegal and they choose to do the illegal actions. It's a disease, it's not a crime. So allow police officers to worry about actual crimes instead of hunting revenue and using your paycheck to do it. And this is very apt outlook on utility and why we should allow liberty to have a little bit more reign over society. Thank you for your time. I hope everyone has a wonderful spring break.